Good morning. Today I have a vintage jewelry auction haul. I'm Marilyn with Shady NY, and I am here to show you what I got at the jewelry counter at our local auction. I go online. You can also go in person, but I go online, look at their pictures that they post on one night, and then they have the sale the next day around 3 o'clock. Well, I got 3 trays. I got a compact. I got a name brand vintage lot, and I also got a Victorian Art Deco lot. Here is the prices that I paid, and I'll go over them when I'm individually doing the tray and show you that. But I spent a total of $330, and I paid a 10% buyer's premium for a total of $363. Hopefully, I will be able to get my money out of this. And let's see what we found. The first one I'm going to show you is I've already taken it out of the bag because this is how I picked it up. I didn't go. I just left the bids, and then I went the next day and they wrapped them up like this. I just pick up the bag, pay, and take them home. So this is the first item I took out of the box because I thought this was glass, but now that I'm seeing it, I think it's plastic. If I can get it open. So it came with this little, it is glass, wood container that hangs. It is 1.7 ounces of sterling, and it says sterling enamel compact, excellent condition. Well, I'll drop in how I saw it online. But this is what I got. This is a beautiful, it is a vintage enamel sterling silver little compact. There you go. In amazing condition. That is just beautiful. This is signed right here. I do not know if I'm going to be able to show that on camera too well. The marks on the inside are early 20s, 1920s marks for the Norwegian silversmith David Andersen. So, I mean, it's early. And the style of this compact is also showing me that it's early. The compact is enamel with the front and back in this white and rose pattern. It's small in comparison to today's compacts. It's only about 2 1/4, and I mean pretty thin, so about 1/2 inch. The mirror is still perfect, so it doesn't have any bad edges, which is one of the things that you definitely want to watch out for with the enameled compacts. It opens and closes very easy, but this should probably sell in the $400 range, but that I could not pass up. It's just beautiful. And as I said, we purchased it for $130. The next one I'm going to show you is the Victorian Art Deco gold-filled sterling lot. We purchased that for $120. And this is what we bought. So this is what we have. As I said, you can go and preview it in person, or you can just look at the pictures, talk to the jeweler online. I just talked to her online, and she told me that it did have some condition issues. And the condition issues right off is this gold-filled Victorian bracelet. It is beautiful, however, it is broken. As you can see, the hinge is on this side, or the opener is actually on this side. So if I open that, it would completely fall apart. So this is the part that broke. There was probably a little hinge right here, and that's gone. But it's still an amazing piece. There is the mark that tells us, let me look real quick. It is B and a star, but that is a stunning piece. Unfortunately, it does have condition issues. The next piece that had an issue is this beautiful sterling glass Victorian necklace, and it is broken here. It still has the edge, but that part is missing. I mean, you could put an extension on it since it is a spring ring, and connect extension to this end, so you could it's still usable. The one thing that is missing is the little stone that generally came in the center. It probably was a diamond and somebody took it out. You can also see that there's two missing little spots right here, and those were probably, there's actually 4 where the prongs are. So they took those out. That is beautiful and can be reconditioned. You can still see it still has the rhinestones here, or the stones. I just thought that was stunning. I love Victorian jewelry, and I have a tendency of not being able to pass it up. The other piece that had condition issues is this piece, which needs to be cleaned. It has some verdigris right here, so I can go in and clean that up, but this is just beautiful. It is a hand-painted cameo or portrait piece with all the pearls still in it. I believe the pearls feel like they could be real. There is a little bit of grit to them. Has enamel pieces to it. It's unsigned. But the necklace is beaded with brass. And here's a little bit more verdigris. And there's the clasp has been changed out to a spring ring. So I have Victorian fittings that I could change back to an older piece, because that's a little shiny after this got cleaned up. But this is probably from Portugal, because this was quite their style. Also another Victorian error piece. I'm trying to think if, no, I think that was all the condition issues. This is gorgeous. It says Paris right here on the tag. This is sterling silver. And these are, and there's the bag. You can see it's done in rope. It has the trombone pen. So you pull that out. And then the pen drops down and opens. Trombone pens were generally used in the 1910s, 1920s. So that is just stunning. It could also be a pendant. But these, I don't know if you can see the detail of this piece is just amazing. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I think these are like little handmade rope pieces that have been hand painted. And then there's like little pieces of grass that is wire in here. But that is beautiful. Probably Edwardian era, 1910s. This one is a Cameo gold tone locket. Has still the little film that you can put your picture in there, and then it has that. Very pretty. Has a nice chain, gold tone chain, and a roller clasp. But it's signed on the back, Coro. So this is from the 30s or 40s, but beautiful piece. I love these silver filigree pens. This one, let's see if I see. Generally, when looking at these, you'll find the silver content on the little bar or on the little tab here. This is a C-clasp, probably from the 1910s, 1920s. I don't see a signature on this one, but you can also tell the age of a piece by the end of the pen bag. So be sure to look for those things. Beautiful. Here is a little sterling silver. I'm sure it's glass, but let's see. I do have my Presidium warmed up. I did, the wand came out yesterday, so I'm not sure if it's going to, it does calibrate well. So if I had to guess, because this looks so old and it's really scratched, I'm going to guess that this is glass. No movement. So that tells us that it is glass. Let's see if it's signed. It is. On the back, inside, right here, you can see that it says sterling and something else I can't read. Let's see. BG, and then it's from, I think it's Coat and Combs. So that is definitely an old piece from probably the 1920s. Let's see the size of this tiny piece. That is a 5. Of course, if you see anything that you're interested in, definitely email us at mhl22@ymail.com, and we can do PayPal with subscriber discounts. This is beautiful. Like it's glass. We might be able to polish that up and clean it because you can see it has a lot of scratches. It's gold filled, trying to see if we have any marks. Some scratches on the inside. The jeweler, test all these, so I know that all these pieces have already been tested. That's the one thing about buying vintage from somebody you know, or a jeweler, or definitely take your magnet with you to test and see if things are magnetic or not. But generally just looking at an old piece, you'll know it's old, versus a new piece that's meant to look old, doesn't have the wear. Let's go back to this piece here, which it doesn't have the wear, but yet it does have age marks, okay? And you can see that it does have very slight scratches. So that's going to tell you that it's old, but in excellent condition. When you're seeing these pieces that are perfect, or that the gold doesn't have that old sheen to it, even if you clean these up, they're still going to have age marks or age wear. So that's another thing to look at for, especially the antique pieces. Vintage sometimes can be a little difficult. And surprisingly now, anything from, I think it's 2001 and newer is considered technically vintage. But, you know, I'm an old timer. I'm in my 50s. So I believe anything has to be at least in the beginning of the 80s to really be vintage. But this is a beautiful piece. The open work with the gold field is just stunning. It's a beautiful bracelet. Here is a Cameo. It is faux. It is old, okay? It's some type of stone and been painted. You can see that the paint is coming off, but it's like porcelain or plaster of Paris or something. It has an old C-clasp that is bent. You can straighten that up easy enough. Just be really careful when you're doing that. You don't want to break it. You can see the beautiful detail in the gold tone finish of the frame. But that is a beautiful piece. But this is definitely, I would say, from the, just because of the C-clasp, the plaster of Paris, I'm gonna guess that this might be from the 20s. It could be a little earlier because of the C-clasp. So it could be a Victorian piece that was handmade. Here is a glass rose stone. Let me check real quick to see if it's glass. But it's a beautiful, you could put this on a gold tone chain, and I don't see any, why don't we test this real quick? Here's my stone. And I'm gonna just test the frame and see if it's sterling. It does look good. Whenever you first scratch, if it has like a coppery color, you know right off it's not. But this one could be. I am using the 18 karat gold acid. and it disappears. So that tells us it is definitely not sterling. But with these older pieces, you do find that a lot, that back in the Victorian times and Art Deco, they didn't use as much sterling as they do use today. But this is a silver tone piece with a rose colored glass and a rectangular faceted. It would be beautiful on a nice vintage chain. Here we have angel hair or angel skin coral. You hear it called all kinds of different things, but it is coral. I believe, let's see if you can see. Yeah, right there. Can you see? It says 14 karat gold. So these little beads are 14 karat, and that is tiny. Has a little roller clasp. It also has a little mark right here on the clasp. Let's see how tiny this thing is. It is 7 1/4 inch. So there you go. That is beautiful. It's so delicate. Let's see. The next piece is a scarab gemstone bracelet. Let's see if this is, oh, it has a tag. The tag says Karen Lynn, 12 karat gold filled. And these are real gemstones. So you have an onyx, tiger's eye. I'm not sure what the green is. It could be malachite. My mind is blank today. I apologize. But they're all gemstones. And you can see that it has the markings on the back that most of the scarabs have. But this, let's see how long this is. It does have the safety chain. I think the safety chain is in the wrong position, so that will need to be fixed. That's one thing about vintage, is sometimes you do have to do some little repairs, which isn't a problem. This is also 7 1/4. Now we have some little bits and this beautiful, it might be quartz. Let's see. Nope, it's just crystal. But look at this beauty. It is so faceted with a, now that's bling. Look at that beautiful clasp. It is a slide, locking slide, and it says something right there. Let's see. Sorry. It says sterling. That glass is beautiful. But these little beads in the middle must be sterling also, and they're like little flowers. But those are beautiful. They do make slide extensions also, because these pieces, it's graduated in stone. Let's see the size of this. It is 17 inches. Very beautiful. I just love these quartz and crystal necklaces. They just love the history of them. This piece with this clasp, I'm going to say, is also Victorian or Edwardian. Beautiful. We have some little pieces here. Let's see what we have. We have a gold tone chain. Let's see if I can see any markings. I don't. So I will test this because it does have some tarnish or patina on it. So I will test that, but that's a nice little chain. We have a little tennis racket charm. It says something right here. Let's see what that says. It says 1932. And that looks gold-filled. Has a G on it. Could be for the Gators, because I'm here from Florida. We have a little bicycle that is articulating. So that is pretty. I love the detail of these small little pieces. So it's either a necklace, pendant, or a charm. So you just need to put a little ring there. This is interesting. It's scales that are articulating also. There is a blue bead and a pearl. It's faux. There's no grid to it. I don't see any markings, but that is it. Scales of justice or scales, and the scales definitely move, and it has a spring ring on the end, and it has a mark on the spring ring. Let's see what it says. It says 1/20 of 12 karat gold. And the last piece, I just think is a fabulous. Look at that. It's a little snuff spoon or salt spoon. I don't see any marks right off. Wonder if that's sterling. Let's take a look. Whoa, sorry. It does not look like it is sterling. I have a bubble in that one. But no, I'm going to say it is not sterling. So it's probably plated or just silver tone. But that is an exquisite piece. Look at that beauty. The face is like detailed. Oh, I wish I could get, oh, there you go. It's just a bust up. She has a little bun. I think that is adorable. And it is small. It is only 2 inches. So this is beautiful. I'm gonna stop here and move to do the next little bag and the next part 2, because I don't want this to be too long. So I am extremely happy with what we've gotten so far. So I will be back with part 2. Be sure to give us a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the bell for notification of our next video. And also be sure to comment below and let me know if this is something that you would like to see more of. Also, if you're interested in anything, just let us know. Hope you're having a wonderful day and talk to you soon. Bye.